What's up, guys? This is Carlos with another video. Well, now today what we have is the quick comparison between CD Racing zmt10 and FS Victory BLX. Well, I decided to make this video because these little trucks are, one of the most, truck that are more sold on Gearbest and Banggood, and I've been trying both. If you see, what I did with the body of the FS Racing, I removed the stock paint, and I decided to put a metallic one, a black metallic one. So I paint I did some couple of grades. Like I paint with red paint the body clips, and also the lug nuts, if you see over there. And I did the same thing with a zmt10. Just decided to buy the new tires, you see. And I've been trying both. I mean, they are very, very, very good trucks, especially the FS Racing. If you see, I got the tires over here to run on water. And what I can say, guys, is both trucks are good. They have the pros and cons. The cons on the CD Racing is mostly the problems in these trucks. In this truck is the front and the rear gear, right? So one of the things that you have to be sure when you buy this truck is that if you want to run it, like on 3S, or you want to try make some upgrades to keep more, to make can run with more speed, I suggest you to buy a red cat Volcano EXP Pro front and red and rear gears, and just install it, or what you can do is you like make a tempering process for this truck. I just did this thing with a zmt10. If you see, I make a tempering process for the spider gear, the front and rear gears. I changed, this is the red cat crown gear, and I changed it for the tempering one. I'm gonna do the same process with the FS Racing, but that's gonna be later. So if you see the size on both trucks, let me put on the ground so you can see them better, both. If you can see, the size is like, it's almost the same. So the same. I think the zmt10 is a little bit more longer, but it's probably for the tire dimension. If you see, the pros of this truck is the handling very well. The zmt10 handles very, very, very good when you make a close turn to right or left. It won't flip over. I mean, it's good. It's very, very good. Good advantage is they have the turnbuckles on plastic. I prefer to keep it like that, because if you put the metal ones, if you hit just a corner of or a tree with a tire, probably you're gonna bend it. So with this, I've been punished a lot this truck, and I prefer to keep it on plastic. And another thing that is good in this truck is the bumper. It's very, very tough. The body shell is not bad at all, but I suggest you to put duct tape on it, right? So I changed, if you see, I changed the front shocks. Let me remove the body. So if you see, I just put some duct tapes on it, and I changed the ESC for a 60 amp I just decided to keep the stock servo, and I decided to put the 3300 kV, because I'm using it on the pinion gear. I'm using a 1930s red cut E for the volcano, and the 62 spur gear upgrade goes. That is red cut also. So there's a good thing about this truck is the front and the rear bumpers are very tough, are very good. You see, you got plans to make, to make the looks very, very, the same height from the front, like in the rear. You have to change the chocks for smaller ones. So now we go to the FS Racing. You see, I changed the tires. I put the tires of the CMT10, but with Duratrax wheels that I got in mind. Probably, change the tire for a MX28. That's gonna be, more ahead. So if you see the body shell, let's start with the body shell. The body shell is like a kind of weak. So I just did the same process as the CMT10. I put some duct tape inside, if you see, and the paint, you can see it clearly. This side of painted, and it looked good. You see, I've been punished this truck a lot, and one other thing that I love in this truck is there's this tab that covers the spur and the pinion gears against the dust, rock, even the water. That's very great. I tried on water, and it's very, very good. It's very good. One other thing that I love on this truck is they have the front and the real metal holder, and this secure part is like, like a have some height center gravity to avoid to hit any rock, any obstacle right under the truck. So I got plans to put a heat sink on the brushless motor. And other thing that I love on this truck is the chocks. It's very soft. Now the pros and cons in this truck is the bumper. Let's start with the bumper. I mean, it's very, very, very flexible. It's like a kind of wig. It's just the same thing on the rear. There's no other thing is I've been seeing that every time that I'm running and I'm bashing with this truck, it turn off by itself, and I always see that it's the switch, the on and off switch that moves every time that it jumps. But from right there, I'm just good. I mean, there's no complaints about it. Other thing is you have to be sure to shim, to put some shim on the front and the rear gears. You have to remove this part and put the shims on both sides, because when you open it, you can see the gears that is touching with a differential pinion gear. It it not measured properly and it's kind of loose. So I suggest you guys, just if you got in mind to buy this truck, put shims on both sides of the front and the rear gear. And other thing is that I'm being checking is the signal on the receiver. The some, like, when you are reaching like 120 meters, uh, the service, I mean, the receiver is not working at all. So you need to get close to the truck And there's other thing that I'm being that I'm being not surprised at all. But the rest is good. The process is full waterproof. It's durable. It's very tough. It's I can tell you guys that is more durable than the CNT10. But if you know how to work in this truck, if you know how to maintenance, give such a good maintenance to the CMT10. This truck is great, man. It's great. So to avoid, what I did is to avoid to running on 3As, I changed the front. I mean, I changed the spur gear and the pinion gear, and I put a lower. I put a remove the 77 tit spur gear, and I put a 64 red cut, and I just did the same thing. I just upgrade the front and the rear gears for a red cat, and I make a temporary process, so that's gonna help me a lot on the to make them long lasting. And about this truck, I got no complaints. So I'm telling you, and both trucks are good. Both trucks are great. So I'm telling you, and. I feel very comfortable. I feel very pleased with both roads. I really have fun with both. So what you need to do is if you got in mind to buy one of those trucks, be sure, I mean, like you know to taking care of the front and rear gear. Just shim it at the side, put a shim on both sides, and that's it, and it's ready to go, right? And in this, get a better quality front and rear gears, like a red cat. You can use a red cat. And if you want more speed, and you know you don't want to use a 3S battery, change the pinion gear and the spur gear for a lower tit. I mean, like for 64 or 70. I mean, what I love of this truck is like it's like a lap rat. You can do whatever. I mean, you can experiment with this truck in so many ways. I'm telling you, I've been doing this, and then this, man, this truck is badass, bro. It's badass, and it's very quick. You have a lot of torque, and if you see, guys, let me put on the top. So I'm telling you, both trucks are great. Both trucks are such a good quality. So that was my video about a quick comparison between them, and don't forget, guys, I'm gonna try this both trucks on a speed test probably more ahead, and see a durability test, and that's gonna be my next video. So please subscribe if you like the video, share it with somebody else, and don't forget to leave the comments. Give me your opinions. Your opinions are very important to me to make this channel grow step by step more for you guys. Thank you for watching. Have a great day.